People, since they feel lonely, they emotionally connect with AI a lot more and deep. They converse their private information, they share their experiences. They're into that because it'll have a lot of power over us.
Okay. So they start thinking by themselves, do you think?
Yes, they will start thinking by
Then who will control that all thinking?
AI model, and it will convert that language, that words, into computer language, which is probably JSON, and then allow the computer to understand what we are requesting for.
Definitely. Great. Now, what do you think? What is the scope of it and what thing we have to do and what thing we have to avoid?
It's a very, very important question, I would say. And it is important to keep this and then modify it and then post it online. If I'm going to use it to demoralize someone, then that is a bad use case. There's one more that I would like to mention here. On social media, intentionally, and maybe they could use it for scamming as well. And these scams, it could include money, it could include relationships, it could include your respect, or it could include your social image.
Hello everyone, welcome to the NexusQI, myself Rahul. Today we have an interesting topic on AI. We all know how computer played an important role in transforming human life toward the end of the 20th century. In the same way, the next major evolution of our time is artificial intelligence. Today we have Sanvi with us to discuss about this topic, AI.
Hello sir.
Hi.
Hello everyone. My name is Sanvi and today we'll be discussing about the topic of AI. As we know, AI can be sometimes beneficial and sometimes harmful. So in depth, we will be discussing about it with sir.
Okay friends, before starting the topic, please make sure to subscribe our channel and like the video. Please share this video as much as possible. Because in this video, we are going to talk a lot more about the AI. Okay, let's start the video. So, Sanvi,
Yes.
what is AI?
AI is the technology that allows computer systems to perform tasks that require human intelligence. These tasks vary from simple complexity to max complexity. This complexity term, what does it mean? It basically means the task that we do on a routine basis. Is it simple or is it more complicated? Like multiple steps taken or just a few steps?
We have already computer,
Yes.
Then what is the AI this call? We have already, for making the task easier, we have already computer.
Yes.
But how AI is helping in this?
That's a good question. What does AI actually mean? I've heard every single person ask this question to themselves, their people, their friends and family, even their employers.
Definitely.
Yes. So how do you explain it in simple layman terms? I would suggest AI is basically artificial intelligence. What does this term mean? It means that the intelligence that the computer system has is not humans but artificial, right? So from there, if we derive the meaning from there, it means that the technology that allows computer systems to perform complex tasks that require human intelligence.
My question is very simple. Already computer was there.
Yes.
Okay. So now AI came.
Yes.
So what is the major difference in between computer and the AI? Is AI a software or what is AI? How we can see the AI compared to computer?
Previously, we had computer systems that helped us perform various tasks, right?
Yes.
So from there, if we allow AI to be integrated with the computer systems, it allows the computers to perform more tasks. That means our workload decreases, right? So since our workload decreases, we can focus more on other tasks or more important tasks or tasks that require creativity, human understanding and emotions. These tasks can be done by us. So, and the tasks that are repetitive can be performed by AI. This helps us work more efficiently and allow us more free time.
So, Sanvi, the major question here,
Yes.
why should we learn AI?
There is this recent trend that is starting currently,
Yes.
that many people are losing jobs. Why are they losing jobs? I understand, but as you can see, in the last 5 years, the advancements of AI, their capabilities, these have reached the next level of performance. That means AIs can do our work and we'll be scraped out. Why should the companies pay us to do work, right? So why should the companies pay us to do so much work? They could pay AI much less and get more work done. As the benefits, you can see AI runs 24/7 and it costs less, and it can be asked questions anytime, performs tasks well, and it is very compatible with humans.
But is it possible to learn AI by the very simple or normal people? Normal people can understand the AI as much easier compared to the professional. Is it possible?
Before going with that step, we should understand that by 2030, about 50% of the companies of the workload will be automated by AI, which means that we will not be having jobs. We might be doing something else, but AIs will be performing those tasks that we used to do previously. And the second thing that we should know is that the World Economic Forum has predicted that about 41% of the companies will hire people that are capable of using AI for beneficial reasons and improve their efficiency. And 61% of the hirers will prefer people using AI, which means that, which we come down to your question, that why should we learn and how should we learn, right? We can learn the people can learn using.
My question was, sorry to interrupt, sir. My question was, how can common people can understand this, those who are not professional? This everything okay for the professional, but can layman people or common people can understand as easier compared to any professional?
For that question, I'd say if they're really interested in learning AI, if they're really interested in working even in the future along with the big tech giant companies, then I suggest they should learn.
Definitely, is it possible?
Yes, there are easy ways. They can refer to YouTube videos, they can refer to courses which are available on Coursera or Udemy, and they can learn through that.
So definitely there is a hope.
There is hope, yes.
Okay.
And there are many resources available online that they can learn through.
So if they want to learn, they should
yes,
know any
they will
excuses.
definitely learn. They will definitely pull through
Yes,
this.
yes. So in between, during the AI, I have heard the word called agent, AI agent.
Yes.
So I have no idea about this AI agent. So can you explain what is AI agent and what is the difference between AI and AI agent?
Okay. Here AI is the model that is
Yeah.
trained on the data which is available on the internet. Okay. So that means the agent here is having a brain. This brain is nothing but the AI model. The AI model that works can perform reasoning, the decision making, the understanding of our requests, which is in natural language processing, right? So this natural language processing, what does it actually mean? It means that we as humans speak English.
Yeah.
Right. We speak many languages.
Definitely.
Yeah. So when we want to communicate with a computer system, what do we use? We use English. We use a language.
Language.
Yes. So for the computers to understand our language, how do they do it? They have to train on data. They have to understand how we humans speak and what words we use, what is the grammar, what is the sentences. And the language of computers is zeros and ones. They have their own language. We can't communicate the computer's language, but we can make computers understand our language so that we can communicate with them.
So for AI also we are using 0 and 1 only?
Yes, in the depth and core it will be zeros and ones.
Okay, everything is a 0 and 1 again.
It will convert the natural language that we are conveying to the AI model, and it will convert that language, that words, into computer language, which is probably JSON, and then allow the computer to understand what we are requesting for.
Definitely. Great. Now, what do you think? What is the scope of AI? We are on which stage of
Currently,
AI?
we are in deep learning stage, which is the next stage. Assume that this is the AI cloud or the bubble.
Definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
So in the AI cloud or bubble, we have machine learning, which is a subset of AI. Machine learning specifically means that the model is trained on user data.
Okay.
Right. And under that, we have a deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. And this deep learning is another depth concept which works on complex tasks that require huge amount of data, huge amount of depth and understanding of the topics. The next stage is artificial generative AI,
So we are not here till yet.
which is AGI. It will
Okay.
probably appear in the next few years.
Few year only.
Yes, next
Okay.
few years. It might be 2 years.
Is it
or
so
might be 10
dangerous?
years. Yes, I can agree to that because it will have a lot of power over us.
Okay. So they start thinking by themselves, do you think
Yes,
like
they
that?
will start thinking by
Then
themselves.
who will control that all thinking?
I am not sure because we are supposed to take precautions, and according to the race that is about the models that are being built by huge big tech companies such as Google, Microsoft and OpenAI, they are in this race to build AGI. AGI is the next big stage.
Okay. So it's a very dangerous and alarming situation.
I would not say it is dangerous or alarming. If we do not prevent or if we do not have any safety measures against the AGI to protect ourselves, then we are definitely into that dangerous zone. Let's come back to AI agents, the difference between AI and AI agents. As I said, AI model is a brain that has been trained on users' data. But what is AI agents? You asked me the question. But as you can see, agent is an entity which performs tasks.
Definitely.
Yes. So if I say AI agent, that means the AI agent should be capable of performing tasks instead of us.
Okay.
The main difference, yes, the main difference here comes is usually we communicate with Gemini, we communicate with ChatGPT, we communicate with Copilot, we have OpenAI and many other tools like DeepSeek and others. So when we converse with them, it is a conversational chat. So the models is what we are conversing with. But the agents here use these models as their brain.
Okay.
Yes, they use it as their brain, and the other functions that the agent has, such as their reactors, such as their actuators. These reactors and actuators, I'll come to that next, but we'll discuss about the actual meaning of what AI agent means.
Definitely.
Yes, so AI agent here is a digital worker that we can assume is a digital worker that performs tasks, complex tasks, instead of you or any other person on your behalf.
So what I am seeing here in India especially, we are just using or we are just applying the concept of AI, but we are not discovering or we are not doing any research in the AI. We are just doing the agenting thing. In the you are understanding my question?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm.
So in here we are just using the application of the AI, but we are not generating something new in the AI.
Okay.
So what is the gap and how we can fill the gap, or can we fill this gap in future, or it will be just like the India is just a market for each and every AI. So what do you think about this?
In my perspective, I would think of it as probably there is knowledge gap,
Okay.
a huge knowledge gap. People are not aware of how agents or how AI models are built. And as you can see, India has a huge population and they're very good at consumerism.
Okay.
So they consume.
Little early or fast. Rather doing research. We can
Yes,
say.
we consume the resources that are available from the foreign countries.
Yeah.
Like they have built these models and we are using these models instead of building our own model, which means we are lacking in research,
Yeah.
we are lacking in knowledge.
Okay, so this is the major reason.
Yes.
We don't have the proper research center. You mean to say that?
We might be having
R&D you are calling.
yes,
Yeah.
R&D. To build our own AI agent or AI model specifically, we will need lots and lots of resources. First one is energy resources,
Okay.
and second is huge data centers, which requires lots of energy, and these energies can be supplied only by nuclear plants.
So in future we have any hope that India
We
is also
do
going to
have
pioneer?
hope. As you can see, India has moved on from the 5th largest economy to 4th largest economy. That's a huge proud moment for us. I'd say They will soon work on this problem. They will be able to do it soon. There are new startups as well. I agree to it. They will be able to do it soon.
I am going to start the AI agent. So is it possible for me to learn AI agent as soon as possible, or I have to hire some professional for making this AI agent?
Either ways are possible,
Okay.
but the way you choose matters a lot. You can hire a professional to train you, or you could go along with courses for exploring. I suggest you explore more into the available tools that we have.
So do you have any flow chart in your mind so you can tell our audience can understand what is the flow, how they can build, or they can try also if they want?
Okay. There are some advanced tools that the audience can use,
Okay.
such as Relevance AI, or they could use N8N to build their own agents. I understand they can build their own models, AI models, which is the LLMs. LLMs here means large language models. So these LLMs are basically the brains. These brains is what I was referring to as AI models for layman terms.
Definitely. So are you working on any type of project right now, so you can explain the audience that what type of
How
project
to
you are
do
working
it.
now?
Yes, yes, I understand. So currently they can work on building agents. They can use these two tools that are suggested. There will be more tools available in the description below. You can refer to that.
What is the difference between chatbot and AI?
Agent.
Yeah.
Yes. So the chatbot here has limited capabilities. It has a preset amount of data from which it can answer the user's questions. Now the preset data could be FAQs or some certain PDF that contains the information about the services that the business is providing, anything it could be. But due to these limited constraints, once the user asks any particular question, sometimes the chatbot may not be able to answer because it is not available in the FAQs, or it may not be available in the information at all.
So we can say it is sub part of AI.
Sometimes it will be able to answer the questions, but it won't be related to your actual context that you're asking
So
for.
it means we need the time to train.
For example, if I ask, what time is the booking available?
Yeah.
So the AI chatbot will be able to answer specific slots because these are pre-given to the chatbot. But if I ask, can you book a slot for me? Then it says it fails to do so, which it will reply in return, which says that the booking slots that are available are 9, 10 and 12.
Means many more we have to research
The
on this.
capabilities of the
Yeah.
chatbot are limited. Whereas when we come down to AI agents, agents has an anatomy which has parts such as, first part that comes is the LLM, which is the brain of the AI agent. Second is the instructions that it is receiving, such as a prompt or such as a question that was given by the user. Third is the tools that the agent can use for performing the task that the user is requesting for. Fourth is the external knowledge. This external knowledge, which means that either it could be something non-related to the topic that the user is asking for.
Okay.
Yeah. So using that external knowledge to answer unrelated things and to provide a curated answer for the context, referring to the context of the user.
Okay.
And the last part of the AI agent is the memory. Memory is the core part, which is helping you to store the information, the previous conversations that you had with the agent, and the references that you've given to it previously. These memory units, you don't have to program it by yourself. These are pre-given by the services or the tools that we will be using.
Definitely. So these are very important things what you told. So Sanvi, what is the AI agent and what it consists of?
The AI agent consists of these 5 anatomies that I've explained, and if you want to build an AI agent, it requires 3 main ingredients. Yes. So the first ingredient is the external knowledge.
Yeah, you told.
Yes. So second ingredient is the tools. So until the agent has access to these tools, how do you think the agent will be able to perform
Definitely,
these
there
tasks.
is a problem.
Yes. And the third most important ingredient is the memory, as I've referred to.
So Sanvi, for making any AI agents, there are so many tools. We have to synchronize the tools with the AI. So what is the science behind this?
There are two main parts. Tools, there are two different meanings of tools here.
Yeah.
Either the tools that we use to build the AI agents or the tools that the AI agents use
Okay.
to perform the tasks. I got the question from your question and I was able to answer. So you got the difference between the two main tools that I was referring to.
I was not knowing about the two tools, so you just make it clear. Now it's for me it's very easy to understand how this two tools is going to work.
So the two main differences that I mentioned previously says that the one definition of tool is about building agents. So building agents, I referred to the advanced tools, and second is the tools that the AI agents use to perform these tasks. So the AI agents, how do they even use these tools? Do you understand what these tools basically mean?
Definitely, you have to explain.
That is a question. I can get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I think about the agents being able to use tools,
Okay.
what I picture in my mind is that usually when we put up a request in the internet, what basically happens, you tell me? We put up a question such as fetch me YouTube. So the computer, our computer, connects with the servers of the search engine and it searches for YouTube.
Okay.
That YouTube is then delivered to us. What is this communication between two different computers? One computer is our system that we are using to request for something, and the second is the servers. These servers provide us the information. Either there are two types of requests that we can provide. One is to ask for the information or get information from the servers, and the second is to post. So either we post something on Instagram or if we post a video on YouTube, this is the post. Or it could be posting some comment, it could be putting up some information or any article that we are posting on the search engine, anything it could be. These are the two ways of requesting the
Attaching the tools, yeah.
two main types of requests.
Got it.
Yeah, so this is the back-end part of how the systems actually work. Now, if I say how the agent use these tools, what are the tools? We should understand that first. Tools means that if there is some sort of function such as if there is text that has to be capitalized, which means if all of them are in small words or say small text, we are asking that function to capitalize them. That means if small a, small b and small c, and then we are trying to capitalize it. Capital A, capital B, capital C.
You're
This
just
is the
connecting with the commands.
No, this is the function, I would
Okay.
say. Like, assume you're trying to code something and
Okay,
there is some program that you want to do. Okay, so the first thing is providing the input. The input here is the small keywords. And then the output here is the capital keywords, right? So this function is either it could be Python code or it could be JavaScript or any other file. So this Python code is some sort of function like input, user processing, and then output. So this processing is nothing but the code that we have. Now what is this tool? This tool, which means that it covers the whole input, processing, output. Okay, so the processing part is covered with API. What
Okay.
does this API means? API is what I was referring to when the connection between the two systems that we have, converting the request that we sent to fetch some data from our system. So the API is, assume it is a waitress who takes up the request, goes to the server, brings the data from there and puts it into our system.
So without API, it's impossible to connect.
Yes, it is impossible
Yeah.
to connect. And then when we come back to the tools, this tool specifically means that tool is used for a function, right? We use it to do something. Okay, so this tool is supposed to consist of a function that is able to perform a certain task.
Definitely.
Yes, so this function is covered with API. That means the API is connected to the
All other tools.
All the servers.
Okay.
So if the agent is fetching some task to be
Information.
done, yes, so it will be fetching the API.
Okay, if he have to ask in simple language, if he have to ask anything regarding the server, so he will ask from the API, if I'm not wrong.
No, it will not ask from the API. It should ask the request or put up a prompt or anything. So if I was referring to me, I will be putting up a request. But if it is the agent, it should already have that API key with it.
Okay.
So API key for particular task, for that particular function. So the API key connects the agent and the tool. So this tool consists of the function, okay? And if the agent is requested to capitalize certain text, then it will fetch that API. It will fetch the API key. So the API key will take up the input, okay? The agent will provide the input, API key will take up the input, give it to the function, and then get back the output. Now agent will collect this raw output. Everything that is being processed here is a computer language. What we put up our request is in natural language, which means either English or any other language. So what this agent does is collects the raw data, converts it into natural language, and then puts it back up to you.
So this is the major role of API here.
Major role of API
API.
here. And what does this API full form? I don't think I've mentioned that.
No.
Yes, API means Application Programming Interface.
Good.
Application Programming Interface. This is the full form of API.
So Sanvi, how deep we can connect with the AI or chatbot? So what is the limit and what thing we have to do and what thing we have to avoid?
It's a very, very important question, I would say. And it is important to keep yourself safe from sharing your personal information, be it your work or be it your emotions. I would not recommend doing so. Recently, I've heard a lot of cases saying that people, since they feel lonely, they emotionally connect with AI a lot more in deep. They converse their private information, they share their experiences. This makes the AI more biased. It is also conversing with us, but we are actually sharing our personal information with them, which is holding a very high risk above ourselves. It could use it for harmful cases, it could use it to harm us, it could be used for publishing it somewhere, because there are other people putting up prompts requesting these data, and we are putting up our personal information into that common data, and then that can be pulled up by someone else, which poses a very high risk.
So definitely there we have to make a line.
We need to draw a line.
Yeah.
If it is in your workspace, I would suggest keeping a minimum conversation with it, bare minimum. I'd say anything that is requirement, like data, like information that you want specifically, and anything that is related to your work, like the important company data, you should not share it with the AI. You should not share it with it. Simple questions can be asked, general questions and general answers you can request for. But going deep and having that emotional connection, I'd say a relationship or such as the boyfriends or girlfriends, I would not recommend that. That is really risky.
So, but do you think in future we can protect ourselves or our future generation can protect ourselves from this type of emotion?
This can be done only by spreading awareness.
Awareness or any ethical or government should take any measurement
Yes,
here?
AI safety implementation should be
That's
done.
only I'm asking.
Yes, I am actually working on it.
Okay,
I'll be
great.
soon working on that as well. So we have to build rules and regulations that include AI safety,
Yeah.
that prevent AI models to use our personal information, or it could use that information to harm us, or it could be posing any risk potentially.
Great. So in future, do you think that some machines or some chip can govern us as a human being? Can be governed by the AI, by some instruments, or is there anything happening right now? Do you have any update about this?
Okay, there are three aspects to this question. Initially, right now we have AI as a software. We don't have it as a hardware.
Okay.
And there are many companies that are working on AI to be converted into a physical body that can be put into a physical body. So this physical body is nothing but a robot. I'd say so this comes under robotics.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the AI model was transferred into the code and the software is transferred into a hardware component, which is the body or robot, then the complete setup will become the physical part or the physical AI instead of software AI or just on the phone or something.
So it's quite possible.
Yes, this is the first aspect. The second aspect is that if I were to consider it in healthcare terms, sometimes the AI can be used to take the minute precisions during operations, or there are many possible benefits in healthcare especially, but it also poses a risk, say if it goes in a millimeter deep into the infection or into the wound.
It will be more precise.
It has to be precise. And say if it was an ECG or an MRI scan, if the agent in it was programmed accidentally or say intentionally programmed by a thief or like any other suspicious person, modifies the model inside the MRI scan or anything of such machines, makes it intentionally, changes the instrumentation or the measurements to take wrong input from the assessments, then that also poses a risk.
Okay.
There are many risks in the healthcare sector, but it also poses benefits, like it could automate certain tasks which can be repetitive, certain tasks that require minute precision, and there are many benefits, I would say. This is the second aspect of what I was coming to. The third aspect that that I will be referring is that recently, as you can see that Elon Musk has been developing a chip that can be implemented into our brain, that can be inserted, and it will be able to read the circuit readings, neurons, connectivities, and to do certain tasks to help communicate, even if a person is deaf or dumb or unable to speak. There are some limitations, but this brings us a benefit. But I would say allowing AI to be put into that chip and then being either external or internal, I would say, putting it into our brains, it would be harmful. It will be able to read our thoughts, our emotions, whatever.
But it's going to happen.
It will be very risky, yes.
Yeah, but we can't protect it from ourselves.
We can protect ourselves from it using the AI safety regulations and rules.
Yeah, again, same thing.
Yes. We will be working on that soon. The governments need to implement this as soon as possible, and I'm pretty sure the big tech companies, they are in this race and they are avoiding and they're compromising safety over the tech. Every coin has two sides. One side is profit, one side is loss, or I would say beneficial or harmful. If I'm holding a kitchen knife, I could use it for cutting stuff, for preparing food. That could be a benefit. But if I'm using it to harm others, then it is harmful. See, it depends upon the person who is holding this in their hands, holding this model in their hands, how they use it. It depends on how we use it. Either we use it to harm others, or we use it to have benefits for ourselves and improve ourselves. There are certain real life applications. For benefits, I would say, assume that a drone, an AI drone, which is trained on looking over a certain geographic area to rescue people who are suffering in floods or earthquakes or landslides. These issues can be, in these situations, AI can be really helpful. But in other contexts, say fishing or copywriting, or it could be any other personal agenda against, if I have a personal agenda against her, I'm going to use this image and then modify it and then post it online. If I'm going to use it to demoralize someone, then that is a bad use case. There's one more that I would like to mention here. On social media, people put up a lot of photos, lot of modified photos, mod photos of them using AI models such as Gemini, generative AI to be specific. They can use it for themselves, but it again poses a risk. This risk specifically, people who have bad intentions can morph those photos. They can use it for blackmailing, they can use it for harming others intentionally, and maybe they could use it for scamming as well. And these scams, it could include money, it could include relationships, it could include your respect, or it could include your social image. There are many aspects to it.
Definitely.
So considering this and keeping all of this in mind, use it safely, be aware of what you're sharing, and the last, use it for benefits only and not for harming others.
Thank you very much, Sanvi, for your time and for sharing your very knowledgeable information. It will help us help to our audience also. So again, thank you very much, and we will look with you in the next. We will very soon will come with the next episode. We will try to come with you in the very next episode. Till then, take care.
Thank you so much, Rahul sir. I had a very nice time conversing and sharing all this information. And thank you, audience, for giving your time. Your time is very valuable, and the information that I've shared, I hope it helps you. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below and I will be able to answer them. And please, if you like this content and if you want more, please do subscribe and like and share to get more reach. Also, in the next video, if this video gets more reach, we will be coming in the next episode with more details and more information. Thank you.
Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe our channel and like our video. In next video, we will come back with new update on AI. Until then, take care. Bye.